Christ.
All right, you ruined my phone. Hold on.
No, you ruined your own phone.
My phone blacked out. Here we go.
I have come to meet you.
I've come to come.
I have come to come more in you. Thank you. What? What just happened? Yeah. Takes a few times. And you're like, what?
I'm into it.
Dude, it's really good. Yeah, you can have that one.
Oh, I'm having it.
Oh, you're fucking having it?
I'm having it. I'm going to have that.
I guess I go back to the Bud Light. And then we also have the special guest, Bloodbag.
Bloodbag.
Blood bag.
The Bloodbag has been a success.
It was kind of the story of the tour.
It was the story of
The
all band life after that tour, too. We tried to do
It's kind of taken over.
No, it really has.
There's been one successor.
It's like the best icebreaker on earth, when you're trying to become friends with other bands and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking
have them come over.
Yeah. No.
No?
That's not the rule of the Bloodbag.
What is the okay? Let's lay it all out. What are the rules of the Bloodbag?
There's one rule of the Bloodbag.
Okay, one rule.
Everybody drinks the Bloodbag.
Okay.
Or get the fuck out of here, forever.
You're banished.
That's it.
Gone.
Yeah. You're not cool. You're not part of the club.
Hit the road.
Your band shouldn't be a band. You should just fuck off and die.
Fuck off and die.
Yeah, every band should know that.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does one get invited to drink from the Bloodbag to be initiated?
We break into their van and make them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually there's one or two that's like, I don't drink, or, no thank you. And we're like, okay, it's cool, but, I'm going to fucking bother you for a while.
For a while. Just carrying around this bag.
Like 2-3 days into the tour, all the people who were apprehensive see us all partying, and then eventually they're like, oh, fuck it, let's do it.
Dude, I have to.
And then they do.
That's the worst, is if you're playing a show and then you're just standing off like, man, I wish I was having as much fun as all of them other bands are.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
exactly.
Don't feel that way.
We do not care.
Join in.
We don't even know where we are most of the time.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, man, not a lot of people came. We don't care. We're in the van getting hammered.
Exactly. It's all what you make of it,
and
really.
We'll play our set and
have fucking fun.
Fucking party.
Well, I always viewed if it was a dead show, like you're saying, it's just a glorified practice. Everybody on stage, practice your shit.
No, we practice drunk.
Well,
you just go do it. Go do it, and then you've done it. And
well,
then you get back to partying.
Well, as long as you've fucking better on playing, I mean, I'd hope.
Thank you. Is my bald spot showing?
Yeah, a little bit through the cap there.
Through the cap.
Yeah, it is
sick.
It is
crispy.
I've been curious of the From Blue to Gray story. I never heard like a story from like the beginning.
From the beginning.
Yeah,
those are mostly blacked out stories.
Well, I remember seeing you before the current From Blue to Gray.
Okay.
And playing in Lansing because I believe we played the same show.
Oh, that's the blackoutist.
Yeah.
Outnist.
Oh yeah. All Ends Black played. All Ends Black was playing.
Oh, I remember them.
We played. You guys.
I miss those guys.
I want to say Jonestown Crows played or something.
Oh, this would have been.
This was in like 2014, I think.
Yeah, it was like the Avenue, wasn't it?
No, this was at Uli's.
Oh, Uli's.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi. Yeah, Uli's House of Rock.
Yeah, that was our home base for a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a place I always wanted to play. And then we finally landed it. It was on the homegrown throwdown or something, I believe is what it was.
Not with us.
No?
No, we never did that.
Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't homegrown. Well, I remember, because I remember seeing you guys, that's when you had Jordan was still in the band. Mm-hmm. Your bass player now. Mm-hmm. Who's back in the band. I remember seeing him play with you guys. So maybe it wasn't that. I could be wrong, but I know we played there.
It's totally possible that we just went to shows, that we weren't playing. We did that actually a lot. That place really became.
No, you guys played. I remember because I told your
Oh.
bassist after the show. I was like, "You're fucking god."
Don't tell him that. Never tell him that.
No, dude. Well, he fucking left the band after that, so obviously didn't get too far to his head. Glad he's back. You know, I mean, Dickie was awesome though. That film. You know,
Dickie's responsible for the Bloodbag.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where it originated from. Was to get back to that. So Dickie initiated the Bloodbag.
Oh yeah, he it basically was just he had two different ones. There's the chillable red, which you see here. That's the one that stuck, and then there was another one, and that was the first one we drank. I forget what it was, but it was basically, you know, we're on tour and we want fucking cheap alcohol, so we got to get drunk, and we don't have money, and that's how that happened. And I don't know, it just like naturally happened right away. Like, I forget which one of us thought of, you know, the term Bloodbag. I think it was me, but. You know, Dickie was basically like, you know, it turned into this pass the bag around, fucking slap the bag, you know. And then Bloodbag started getting yelled out by belligerent people. And this was on the convalescence tour.
Okay.
And man, like day 3 into the tour, it was
how many days of the tour was that one again?
15, 16 maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. I forget how many shows.
That's a fucking long time for Bloodbag to really get going, and it's stuck ever since.
Oh yeah, we were putting 2 down a day. like whose turn is it to fucking buy these things?
Yeah, right. They're pretty goddamn cheap though. Like, I was surprised.
Yeah.
He said just go out and buy. It's the Chillable Red. It's the only one you'll find. I'm like, all right. So I went to the store. I was like, damn, $13, 34 fucking glasses.
Well, and if you think that one of these bad boys isn't enough, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
It's enough.
It's enough.
Ask Joe, our singer, about
Yeah.
blacking out in Westland because he drank the whole fucking Bloodbag in the van without us while we're all like inside working. This motherfucker. No,
It's the vocalist, man.
I shit you not. It's on a Wednesday. We fucking just went down to play with Hate Unbound and the Convalescence, just hang out with our friends, you know.
Right.
And a bunch of people came out. It was a great show, and then. You know, it's like, all right, Joe, you know, a few of us have to work in the morning, so, you know, you want to hop in the van so we can get going? And he goes, literally, he's like, you are not my dad. And he slams the van door shut, and he disappeared for like 3 hours. I think he went and partied with Convalescence somewhere.
Oh, my God.
And he was just blacked out as fuck.
Just picturing this big-ass dude with his big-ass beard. Just, you're not my dad.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, you're right. I'm not.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Still got to work in the morning, though, guy.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, man. That used to be me. I used to be that guy in the band. You know, who's got to work in the morning? I'm going to do acid and run that way. True story. Did that. Was at Woolie's House of Rock story.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we got to work in the morning. You ready to go? Nope. Gone.
Damn. I can't imagine.
You don't have to imagine. You just have to say yes. You got to be a yes man.
Right. Well, I've never done acid before.
When in Rome, do acid.
I can't imagine doing it the night before work. So you didn't go to work the next day, right?
I don't know.
Or you did?
Maybe.
I've known people that did that shit. And they just stand there and drool over the hot stove. Like, just. Fast food is the worst. You're a cook, right?
Oh, yeah.
How long you been a chef? How long you been a chef? Like,
I've been a chef for about a year.
How long have you been a cook?
About 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Everything from fast food up, or
Nope.
did you always do just restaurant?
I've never done fast food.
Never done it. No, so you don't even like have just the experience of all these fucking idiots around you.
Yeah, I don't want it. Truthfully, I like hiring kids that are from that world because that corporate, you know, here's the checklist and, you know, someone's going to hold you accountable to this checklist. It does tend to instill some pretty good habits as far as like cleanliness goes. And,
Oh, yeah.
Overall work ethic.
Well, I think that's the difference between like going to like an Applebee's, like a chain.
No, I worked there.
Like a chain.
Oh,
Well, there's a difference between working there and where you work now, where it's more like it's not like a chain per se. Are you guys a chain?
No,
I guess I don't know.
No,
you're not.
it's
You're
more
the
of a
only
family.
one.
There's a few There's a few stores in our company. There's Mountain Town Station, Mountain Town Brewing Company, which is where we're located. We're Summit Smokehouse, kind of within that, so we're together.
Okay.
There's Alma Brewing Company, which serves food. in St. John's Brewing Company, which is going to be opening soon. But I thought I was here to promote a song.
Hey, what song would that be?
Eat it, Mountain Town. We have pizza now.
Yeah, dude, that pizza looked good. I seen a picture of that. I was like,
I wish we had the pizza oven, but we're the smokehouse, so I don't get to do that. But dude, bro,
Oh, really?
bro, my signature SpaghettiO sauce.
oh, dude, I seen that too. Damn, that was your tour gift I got you.
That was my tour. Like
SpaghettiOs.
I missed tour.
I gave Nagazi dog treats.
You did, yeah, he did. That was good.
Yeah,
And then they gave my daughter a flashlight that day.
a flashlight.
She still has it. Yeah, it's a little Nagazi flashlight.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it like they got it engraved or just a sticker on it?
It's engraved, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Or screen printed, whatever.
You know, screen print a fucking flashlight.
Yeah, you dude, I don't know.
I think engraved was a better word than screen print.
Really, dude?
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
How you gonna get a screen around a
I got
cylinder?
drumsticks that have like Brewski engraved on it. That's pretty cool. Because my middle name's Bruce.
Okay, I can't look at this blood bag anymore. You ready?
Yeah.
You go first.
I go first.
Normally, I'm not gonna do this because there's all this equipment around, but usually the first one for the first time, I would punch it like real hard while you take a drink. And, like,
Oh, God.
everywhere. Like, you fucking piece of shit.
You bitch.
Yeah. But we won't be doing that.
All right, good. Because I can't even chug beer, so I'm not. What am I supposed to chug it?
Now you hold it up, open the valve, swallow the gravy.
Swallow the gravy. God.
Would you like me to show you? Would it make it easier for you?
Yes, it would. It would be a lot easier.
The first few are the hardest ones. It's a heavy bag at the beginning.
It is.
As you get drunker, it gets lighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It all works
Because you're
out.
kind of burdened with this thing. Like
It
it's
is.
sort of like, Edward 40 hands. You just gotta get him gone. So it's like, you run around, drink the fucking blood bag.
drink it, so it could get lighter for me.
It's a particular hit at festivals.
That's why you do the blood bag calling out at the beginning. Oh. Damn. I have a feeling I'm going to get this all over myself.
You gotta line it up first. Blood bag! I don't know why. You gotta yell it, though. If you don't yell it, then it doesn't count.
Blood bag.
Blood bag!
Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought.
Exactly.
Now we're going to be definitely hitting that blood bag now.
I know.
You going to give it a spank? I don't know if you spanked it yet. Dickie's not going to be very happy.
It's more of an intimate thing for me.
So with Dickie, was he more of like a fill-in the whole time, or like what was the?
No, Dickie was definitely a full-fledged member of the band.
Yeah, dude.
But he has his project.
Dickie rocks, man.
Absolutely.
Playing all them different instruments.
That's a
dude,
big
like-
thing too, because he was not a bass player going into it. I know he'd played bass, but
He
to
did
go in
good.
and learn Jordan's parts the way he did,
Yeah.
man, it was just a tall order, and he did it. He did a great job.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking with the drums too. I mean, the
absolutely,
drummer that
same
you
thing.
had before that. I mean, he did a really good job. There was a lot of intricate parts when I was looking at it too, and I was like, even thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, all right, I'm really gonna have to. This isn't just a blast your double bass and do a tom roll every now and then. Like shit, like that. It's very complicated stuff. Blood bag.
Blood bag.
Oh, that was weak. Yeah.
It was an honest yell.
It was. It was
honest.
very honest.
But yeah, fun fact: Dickie is actually who plays bass on the tracks that we just put out, Sand and Soil.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's Dickie. You hear playing bass.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that's
because Jordan had come back right after it was made.
so
and it was made. So
was there a big push to get the clean in there, clean vocals, or
define big push.
like was there like a majority of the band that's like we need to do clean vocals, or was it Joe like I can do clean vocals, let me put some?
That's
clean
absolutely
vocals
what
in
it was. Yeah, it was
The latter.
The latter, absolutely.
Okay. And did you guys know that he could do clean vocals?
No, we had no idea.
You had no idea.
But, he said he could the whole time, but there's no.
You guys are just like, yeah, whatever the fuck.
There was no precedent for it, so
right. So with the latest songs, Joe, he was playing, or he didn't come up with the lyrics and stuff to what's previous, but everything that's coming out is, or
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he never really got. So this is his first. This album coming out is his stamp, on the band now. Like his way of going about doing the vocals.
Yep.
More so.
Yeah.
Than taking over what was done and then putting his spin on it.
Yeah, it's like almost a little bit of both, but mostly him just doing it his way.
Right.
The worst thing as an artist you'd want to do is try to tell somebody else what their art should be.
Exactly.
That's not really fair.
No.
So there's a line. There's a respect of what the band is and what the band, where the band is headed, and we do have a sort of defined vision about that. But there's nothing contradictory about Joe. He's 100% on board with it and understands the mission and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and
it's very collaborative and a team effort.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks imposing, but he's definitely not.
No. he can be.
So I've seen like the videos too of like you say that he did the whole, what was it, Sand and Soil that he did all in one shot, or was it a different one that you posted about?
Yeah, he did the screams all in one shot.
All in one shot.
Yeah.
Like,
we were all kind of looking around like, okay.
All right. This motherfucker's on top of shit.
It was interesting.
Yeah, well, one-shotting anything is interesting. I mean, you could play songs for forever and you still fuck up.
Yeah.
You still just, like, damn, why the hell can't I get that part after how many years I've been playing this damn tune?
My thing is I don't even care. I'll just fucking...
Well, especially if you're playing
It's a performance.
live.
When you're playing live, it's a performance.
You can't care. That's the biggest problem I think musicians have to get over is like caring about every little mistake. Like, it's all about how you push through and come and get out of it.
I mean, there are bands like that, and they've achieved a lot of success like that, and they're highly, widely regarded as the best or whatever. The top bands or whatever, musicianship wise.
Yeah,
like Dream Theater, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But I just have never had any interest in being that band. That's not what I aspire to. I don't want to have this robotic, like, animals as leaders performance. Nothing against them, no disrespect. What they do is fantastic, but I want the show to have energy. Like, I want it to feel like Henry Rollins walked in the room.
Yeah.
And I don't care about playing notes, right? I just...
Well, no, when you're trying to bring that high energy, and you're trying to bring, like, the performance and everybody kind of, like, just doing their own thing on stage a little bit, but as long as you're all moving and getting with the music, that can bring
actually
some of the best energy sometimes. But then you have other bands that are strictly performers when they play, and they have like lights and everything, which is cool too. I think you can combine both, but
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I like to combine both. Like, I want the musicianship to be there, but I'm not gonna obsess over every note at the same time. And honestly, if you ask Dave, our other guitar player, has been with me for, me and Dave had a lot of history.
You two are like still stuck through, right?
But if you asked him that question, he wouldn't agree with me. He'd say, play the fucking songs right, and he's not wrong, but I'm not wrong either, and that's our balance.
Right. Yeah, it's good to have that other guitar player, especially that you've been with for so fucking long, that you can just write. By now, it's gotten to have been where you kind of feed off each other, right? Like, to where it's not a challenge every time you write a riff or something. You're like, oh, I wonder what he's gonna think of this or whatever. You kind of have that coinciding mind a little bit with the guitar, or is it still like, damn, I can't believe he would write something like that. Okay, let me see what I can do with it.
Man, I don't know. I feel like.
Well, because how long have you guys been jamming together, even before From Blue to Gray or whatever?
Oh, man. From Blue to Gray is getting old. 2008, whatever that math is.
12 years.
Yeah. And Dave was in the military when From Blue to Gray was started, so Dave wasn't in the very beginning.
So it's about 10 years or something.
Yeah.
So that's longer. Fuck.
But, well, hold on.
Any band I've had has been long.
Before he was in the military, we had a band in high school.
What was that called? Yeah.
Lambic Harvest.
What was it?
It was called Lambic Harvest.
Lambic Harvest.
Yeah, with a K. Lambic.
Lambic. Okay. What does that mean? I'm probably a douche right now. It's lambic.
I can't answer that, but if I could, I probably wouldn't agree to tell you about
Okay,
it.
all right. We both are fucking dude. What the lambic harvest? All right. I mean, it sounds cool. Just want to know what the fuck lambic is, but yeah, dude.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know,
it's
it's
just
better
it
than
sounded cool.
it's better than shout out Jesse Sutton's, Withhold the Blood's first name.
What was it again? I forgot.
Dude,
What up, Jesse?
dude, what's up, man? Fate, something I can't remember right now, honestly, but it was bad. It was very emo. That's terrible that I don't remember it right now, but it's because it wasn't important. Because Withhold the Blood's great, but the biggest thing I took out of that is Jesse still wasn't fond of Withhold the Blood. I thought Withhold the Blood was a pretty good name.
Me too, but hearing him say that makes me think, what does it mean? And it sort of fucked my head up a little bit. Thanks, Jesse.
What, Withhold the Blood?
What does it mean?
I don't know if you go by the shirt that I have, it's just withholding.
What does it mean, like,
period
don't bleed?
blood. Yeah, period.
You don't
blood.
do it.
Shove that tampon in. You don't bleed all over here. You know what I always thought was the weirdest thing about that was like dogs. Caring for dogs, like female dogs when they're on their period, and you got to put them in diapers and shit, and they're going all around the house because you don't want their period blood all over.
I don't want that in my life.
No, dude.
That doesn't sound like a good time at all.
No, it must only be for somebody that's really hoping to breed. Because if you're not hoping to breed, like, just honestly, I mean, okay. This may find it offensive, but like, just, get rid of that shit, like, just with the guys giving the V, tear the shit out. I don't know, whatever you got to do, so I don't got to deal with a dog that's got a period. Because holy shit.
But males are stupid for 3 years. Always.
Okay. Well, see,
unless you chop them up.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I can't even deal with a cat that's in heat. Just meowing just through the night. Just constantly. And then just outside the window, the tomcats come, and like my cat can't do it.
Yeah, then they spray that shit.
Ooh.
No. That's not cash money.
I don't know. I mean, it's along the skunk line. It's like gross.
Dude, I saw a big skunk recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at?
Yeah, a buddy of mine got it on film. It was
okay. Just roaming down the street?
Nope, in the yard.
In
the fenced-in yard.
6'4".
Motherfucker.
In a fenced-in yard?
Inside of it, yeah.
Yeah? Just chilling. Just straight up. Pepper Le Pew?
It was more like collecting recon. I don't know, man.
Really?
This thing, it's going to come back.
Out. It's trying to find a way in. He knows it's getting cold. He wants to get away before Halloween comes.
It's the game of trying to kill the skunk now.
For any neighborhood animals, Halloween's got to be the worst time of year because everybody's roaming the street. And they're like, fuck.
Well, not this year.
Really? Is Halloween canceled in Mount Pleasant?
I don't know. I just assume it is.
You just assumed it is. Do you guys go trick-or-treating, or do you pass out treats, or do you just not participate?
I don't know what the plan is yet, man.
Well, like every other year.
Oh, yeah. We'd go trick-or-treating.
You go trick-or-treating.
Uh-huh.
Is your neighborhood got a lot of trick-or-treaters? Mount Pleasant's a college town.
There's a pretty sizable family community as well.
Right. So I just imagine Halloween's pretty lit around there.
Pretty lit?
Yeah, pretty lit.
So lit, fam.
Dude. #lit, fam. I can't believe I said lit. That's weird.
One of the places we'd go trick-or-treating.
Because I said college. I'm like, lit.
You know the towers where that fucking kid murdered his dad?
Wait, what?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
So this
when was it?
A couple years ago.
Okay, then no. Yeah.
This kid took some drugs of some kind. I forget what. Like a psychedelic, maybe acid. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But freaked out and murdered his dad, who was a police officer. He did it with his gun.
Okay.
And then there was this manhunt, and they shut the whole town or whatever. But anyway, this happened in the towers, and that's where we would take the kids trick or treating.
Shit. Now it's like really fucking haunted.
It's like we're not going there anymore.
Oh, dude. Give it like 10 years, and then it'll be a ghost story about it. And then it'll be like, ooh, and then they'll turn it into an attraction. That's how people do that shit, and they capitalize on it. That's their fundraiser.
Yeah, I guess Halloween, that's pretty sadistic, but technically works.
Felt Mansion does it around here. There's a mansion around here that's supposedly haunted, and the big legend around here is like melon heads. You ever heard of the melon heads?
No.
Okay, yeah, it's because you're over there. On the west side, it's the melon heads, and supposedly that this Felt Mansion was used as like they had like a laboratory in the basement doing experiments on kids. Okay, this is the ghost urban legend. Okay, and
Is there any validity to it whatsoever?
I mean, there's some of what I've researched about maybe like a scientist did live there or something, but it's mostly urban legend from what I've heard. Did like experiments on them and their heads got really big and then they kept them in cages. And then one day they got out and they all went into the woods all around Allegan County and they live out in the woods now. So it was a big thing for our parents because, you know, we lived around here. I lived here. I grew up here and then I moved over to that side of the state and then moved back. So a big thing when we were little, we'd be out in the woods. They'd be like, well, don't go too far because, you know, watch out for the melon heads. Or don't stay out late and you'll see the melon head eyes and shit.
From the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. That's supposedly where it all originated from.
Okay.
That's where they were. Well, they do that stuff too. Like somebody like redid the whole thing. Like it looks great now because me and my wife actually went for one of the little ghost hunting things that you could do. So they do that same thing. They like capitalize on all that. But they've had actual ghost hunters go there and stuff and they show you what they've captured and shit. So it looks pretty cool, but yeah, they do that same thing. Like now they're doing where you can rent out the whole mansion to yourself, like with your own paranormal team. It's like $1,000 or something like that. I don't know. But if you got a team of like 10 people
With disposable income.
yeah, but 10 people, then it's only $100 a person for 1,000.
Oh, I get it. It's 1,000 for the group.
Yeah, the group.
Okay, that's
no
not
matter
so-
what size group, really.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
not so bad then.
You bring like fucking 20 people, I guess, but you don't really want 20 people if you're looking for ghosts, because that's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, but if one of them dies, you got a book deal.
Dude. My story of the Felt Mansion investigation.
Yeah.
How do you feel about all that stuff?
Ghosts?
Yeah, you skeptical on all that?
I'm not skeptical, but I think it's overblown.
Overblown? Just with all the TV stuff about it? Yeah?
Yeah.
I just think the TV stuff's like just totally fake.
Yeah, there's obviously stuff out there that you can't see.
Yeah.
You know, energies, you feel it.
Is that just something you just believe, or is it something that you just actually like?
I think it's something you experience or you don't know.
Yeah. So you've experienced something?
No?
No. You just generally believe. Same thing as because I never really experienced much. But Bloodbag. You were telling me about this place that we should go and invest and go and shoot though and film there in Mount Pleasant though.
But
it's like
the
place
Native
that's
American
like,
place. Yeah, they say that place is haunted.
They say that place is haunted.
Well, I mean,
But it's like
it was like a Native American reform school, so it was a really brutal, awful place.
right. So the thing about Mount Pleasant is that I was always told, because you know we were living in Bay City, and we would go out to the casino or whatever. They'd be like, "Dude, you know, don't drink and drive. You don't want to get pulled over by the tribal police." So why is there any validity, whatever how you say that, to validity to the that theory that it's worse to get pulled over by tribal police?
I mean, in what sense do you mean? Like,
I don't know. People would just say you don't want to get pulled over by them.
You don't because
it's going to be like, I don't know, worse or whatever.
Well, what's worse about it is the fines are a little higher.
The fines are higher if you get pulled over by tribal.
But if it's something that you go to jail for, they actually take you to Isabella County.
So you just go to the regular jail.
So you just go to the regular jail anyway.
But if they were to give you a ticket or something for speeding,
right,
then it's like higher, like way higher, or is that just overblown?
I mean,
I never knew why.
I haven't gotten one.
I've never gotten pulled over by them either. But I know if you're going down M20, you gotta fucking watch. Go, yeah.
62.
62.
That's how fast you drive.
That's how fast you drive.
That's how fast.
62?
My wife doesn't like it, but I don't get pulled over. They don't fuck with me, dog.
Dude, I'm a former delivery driver, so I swear to God, I have like 4 eyes when I'm driving, because there were so many times I'd have a pickup. I'd have to go from Flint to Tawas, and I'd have to be there in such and such time, and I just developed it through a few tickets, but eventually, that's the thing though, you can fight tickets and you can win.
Yeah, you just gotta like hope they don't show up, and it's 50-50.
It's a 50-50 shot, but you know if they
don't, you win.
Hey, There you go.
Then case dismissed. Guilty as a motherfucker.
Yeah. So with this new single coming out, I don't know. What
I forgot about the single for a second.
I'm just trying. Have you come out with a date for the whole album yet?
No, we haven't recorded it yet.
No? Son of a bitch.
Well,
Have you recorded anything else yet? Or just
no,
that?
but we're doing pre-production right now, which actually Dickie is who's doing that.
Is he really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool.
Very.
Bringing him back in just a different way.
Well, he knows the songs, you know. We were jamming them, so
Right.
he has insight.
So when you got Jordan come back in the band, what was that kind of like? What did he originally step out for? And then was it just more like family, like just
Yeah, it was family, you know, and that's his business.
Yeah, have a kid, you know.
It was all on good terms, you know.
Right.
We never ever stopped being friends.
Yeah, it wasn't bad terms.
And the way he came back into the band has really just been seamless in like old times, you know.
Yeah.
It's like nothing's changed at all. But it was so seamless because Dickie had left on his own accord. He'd agreed to play shows for a year until we found a suitable replacement. And during that time, Jordan found out because he and Dave are in touch, obviously. And, you know, basically was like, heard you need a bass player, you know?
Right.
And the time was just right and it felt good. And it's actually perfect. Like, it was super lucky circumstance, honestly.
See,
and you know, as far as the music goes, it's like immediately, as soon as we start playing, everything is just fucking like, it sounds like From Blue to Gray to me.
right. See, so I wasn't under the impression that Dickie was like a fill-in. So when it comes to being in a band and deciding what do you make public, what do you make just what you just kind of go along with? Like, was that made public that Dickie's like a fill-in? But because earlier, I guess you said he was a full-fledged member.
Yeah.
But there's like certain things that like even like what I do in the Obscured State page with the Urbex places, and it's like certain things you say, well, what do I put? What do I make public? Or what do I just kind of go along with? What goes into that? Like, you know, I say a fill-in comes in, but you're like, I don't know if they're going to be a fill-in or if they're going to be a full member. Do you just kind of go along with that? Because I've done that even with Death Abides. We went through like how many guitarists? I mean, like 4 guitarists. Eventually, I was like, I'm sick of saying somebody's a full-fledged member, and then they're out in 2 months. So do you just kind of roll with it, you know, or what?
Well, you know, initially
that was kind of a fucked up way of trying to get around it, but you
I get what you're saying. You know, initially, yeah, it did start as a fill-in, and that's kind of how it should be anyway, because you're not just auditioning them, they're auditioning you, you know. We have to decide if we're going to have a relationship.
Right.
And with Dickie, you know, he definitely earned it, and we definitely made him the offer to be a full-fledged member, and, you know, started including him in press photos and letting him write music, you know, which you actually can hear on the track, his contribution to that.
Right.
And, you know, when it wasn't working out, obviously he has his other band, Ormana, and, you know, they want to do things, and they have some cool stuff cooking up.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. His heart is there, you know, and it's hard to be on tour and you try to be in another band that's going to be on tour, you know, and preparing it and all that. So I get it, like, why it didn't work out.
Right.
But it was happy times.
No, yeah. No, Dickie was always a fucking lighthearted guy, you know. I like being around him.
I do too.
You know. And like what him and Kayla got going too. Like I'm excited to hear that. She's a, you know, phenomenal vocalist.
Yeah.
I liked tuning in to when they were doing their thing after that, and they were going live and doing covers and stuff like that. Like they got a whole setup. Like you know, you're obviously in good hands with him doing you said pre-production and
making demos. We're ready to book
demos.
Time.
I remember when demos was putting the cassette in and putting play and record at the same time. Be like, all right, hurry up, let's kick it. On the cassette tape, dude. That's what we started out as. I don't know. Maybe you didn't have one.
No, we did it.
You did it too?
We've done all that.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. dude.
Camcorder.
Yep.
Ooh, that was pretty rough.
Oh, dude.
Is that what we sound like?
Let's run that again, but we're gonna put the camera over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because you couldn't fucking hear because the fucking cymbals were over doing everything. Because it's always the cymbals, always. So then you tell the drummer, me, can you kind of cool it? I'm like,
Nah.
no, I can't.
Nah, son.
I have one speed.
You gotta spank it.
I have one speed, and it's spank and go fast, like motherfucker. Damn. Yeah, I've always been one to just. I think we got into that before in the podcast, was like whether I smash the cymbals or like I'm one of those jazz players. I've never been able to like do a constant swoosh. Like, how do you do that in metal? Like, they say the proper way to hit a cymbal is with a swoosh pattern.
Yeah, so you don't break the fucking thing.
Right. So, well, does Johnny do that? Does he like do it? Fuck no, dude.
Jordan's gonna laugh so hard at this conversation.
Have you had any fucking drummers do that swoosh?
Yeah, Dan did it.
Did he?
Yeah.
So he did it every time. Like,
no, he'll lie to you and say he did, but no, he didn't.
Fuck no, dude. That's what I think.
I never saw somebody get so mad about a broken cymbal. This motherfucker threw his phone one time out a window.
Oh, fuck.
Out a window, I believe.
No shit.
That's what he said.
Dude, I've been fucking pissed. I've
Something
even looked into like people that lathes and stuff. But like, can you turn this into a splash cymbal, man? Can you do it? Can you do it? Like, no, man. Oh, dude, yeah, it's the worst feeling when you crack one. But yeah, I always thought when you like really go into town, it looks like you're like just got a lasso and you're about to ready to catch a cow or a fucking steer, or you're just like, yee-haw, motherfucker.
Yeah, but with groove.
Yeah, I guess. But but it's metal, so I don't know. It just depends. So I would like to sauce things up with other cymbals. People talk shit about drummers that have a lot of cymbals. I don't get why. I like all the different sounds. If I could have a Terry Bozzio fucking drum kit.
It just comes down to effectively using it.
Yeah.
You
just gotta use each one.
You don't have to use each one.
Well,
if you have improv sections in your set.
Yeah. Yes. Then you need them.
Then you need them.
That's true. That's
because
a good
it's
point.
About
improv sections.
Some bands do that.
Yeah.
I think there are moments for it, but I'm not super into it.
That's how I would wing any sort of.
I like things to be like what they're gonna be.
Like having it, like everything in line.
Yeah. Especially when you're on tour, you want it to be the same every single night.
So when you go into a show, are you like, what is your pre-show?
Get drunk.
Okay, get drunk, but before that, like at practice.
Be on time, actually. That's first.
Yeah, first.
We wake up, we'll fucking start driving immediately.
Hungover
as a motherfucker.
But
but no, not at this time. This is McDonald's coffee time.
McDonald's coffee. No, you don't eat. You don't get the breakfast.
Occasionally.
What don't you like about McDonald's breakfast? Because I'm not too fond of it either.
I didn't say that. I love it.
You love all of it?
I love America. What's your problem?
Well, I like it to a point, but then there's a point that I'm just like, you know what? I don't want the line.
Yeah, but on tour, that's like caviar compared to SpaghettiOs in a can.
Bro, I got you SpaghettiOs in a can. You
I didn't
need
eat
to
them.
live off that.
I didn't eat those.
You didn't eat those?
No, you didn't get the ones with meatballs.
No? Hey, fuck you, man. You could have added your own meatballs, your own balls, and then just ate them like that.
Yeah, but the other ones.
I like this
sauce.
sauce.
There's another thing, though. You can't. There's a pop top on the meatball ones, too.
Pop top?
So you don't need a can opener for
Bro,
it.
you never specified. You always just said
I didn't. It was a kind gesture. It got plenty of Facebook likes.
I'm fucking... I look like a good dude from that. Cool.
That's absolutely right.
That's absolutely right. But not the dog treats. Sorry. I don't know. Hey, you named your band after dogs, Nakazi. So that's what you get. That kind of sucks, dude. You got to really fucking post that.
What do you mean?
Spaghetti with meatballs.
Yeah, I know Campbell's. Where you at?
That's what I would have got. But, well, whatever. I guess you had blood bags and...
By then, yeah. Yeah, by then it was a thing.
Blood
actually, we
bags.
were attempting Pina Colada tour.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The succeeder to it.
I almost
wasn't as
came dressed in the
successful.
pina colada outfit.
Dude, I was kind of hoping you would. I was kind of hoping. I was wondering. I'm like, man, is he just gonna show up with the
I got it
hospital
out.
gown on,
I actually found it and got it out.
or the pina colada shirt?
And I thought hard about it.
Show your pinas. Hashtag.
Show us your penis.
Show us your pinas. Yeah.
No one showed their penis to us. Not one person.
It wasn't successful besides getting the trend. Of
It turns
people
out
getting
that
these
dive
terrible
bars
outfits.
don't have pina coladas. So we're in the van drinking.
Dive bars, do they still have the fucking jukeboxes?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, where's the pina colada
Totes.
song?
But no, man. So we're drinking rum
Totally.
chata in the van, getting hammered. But that's not as cheap as Bloodbag.
Yeah.
So we had to relapse and get Bloodbag a couple times.
We relapsed on the blood bag. Come here, bitch. You never felt so good in my hands.
Well, you know, we would need two bottles of rum chata a night if we were really going at it.
Well, rum chatas isn't like the most like alcohol content to it, right? Or is it pretty
I don't know.
alcoholic? I don't know.
I,
Dude,
don't know, I just
think
remember it
is.
being delicious,
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
and that's really where I stopped
That's-
giving a shit.
So when it comes to alcohol, you're picking delicious over like what's gonna get me most drunk, right?
I got drunk in the end every time, so I know it worked out good for me.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't.
Texas was so hot though.
Do you like girly drinks?
Yeah,
Fuck yes,
I fucking
dude.
do.
Girly drinks, bro. Fuck yes.
I like my stomach not hurting.
Dude,
though.
you like kinky? You ever had that?
Nope.
Oh, you haven't had the little fucking drinks like Seagrams, but they're called kinky. Oh, dude, get some. Get yourself some kinky in your life, you kinky bastard. It seems like something that you should have had by now,
I will.
especially with that mask that you wore with the spikes on it and shit. All I can imagine is like
That was the Raven Black tour. That's the one I wore on the tour.
on the tour, you
Yeah.
wore that like every show.
Every single show.
Oh, dude! then
When I
you're
took that off
already,
after
like,
I filmed that spoof video, when I took it off, my face was black from all the makeup that was still inside the mask, and it stinks. It stinks.
Oh, dude!
It smells like mold
terrible.
and
You
tore.
haven't washed it?
Why would I wash it?
I don't know. I guess that's like people that get like a game worn jersey. Like, I'm not washing this.
Exactly.
It's got the dirt from the field.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, man. It's from the field.
It's from
It's
the
from the field. It's from the field.
It's from my field. It's my spit. It's my fucking.
That was a fun fucking tour.
Raven Black seems like a fun band
Yeah.
to fucking tour with. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah, they are.
what we were talking about earlier with the stage show plus the energy to it.
Yeah.
They're not like tied to like as far as like coordinating everything. I think they got some freedom, but
The great thing about them is they are coordinating everything that they're doing, but they're not having meetings about it. It's more of an organic process for them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you kind of know a little bit inside on that? Like,
Sure.
what's the organic process on that?
I mean
What
that
do you mean?
that there isn't a process.
So,
You know, they know what they're doing, but it's just happening. They're feeding off each other, and they know where to be, like intuitively.
how long have they been together jamming
I'm
as a
not sure.
core? You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well,
Well, because that always has a lot.
the drummer and the singer are married, so
Okay.
They started it.
Yeah.
And I know Chris joined later. I don't know how later.
How important is a vocalist to a band?
In this case,
In any case,
it's
like
integral. The band is named after her name.
right. No, I mean,
That'd be like Marilyn Manson without
When
Marilyn
you say-
Manson.
when
But
you-
Marilyn Manson's is not Brian Warner.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, I think.
Well, to me,
They're all integral, but you know,
damn,
I
I'm
moved
shaking. I'm shaking.
I'm
Well,
good on that, dude.
alright.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ, man! This thing keeps burning. It's really good weed, but
Michigan hashtag.
shit.
Fuck that shit.
Well, in the case of like a vocalist, you mentioned the vocalist, and I was like, she's really charismatic. She's really good. She's really
all the above.
Yeah, she's like kind of like ticks most of the boxes. I guess I don't know all the boxes, but she ticks most of them in my book about being a vocalist for a band, and like, is that make or break it for a band? Because there's lots of bands I'll listen to. Like, okay, here's a prime example for me, Knocked Loose.
They're anti-gimmick, but that's their gimmick.
Okay.
That's Knocked Loose's thing.
That the vocal style?
No.
Okay, what?
The overall everything about it, the image.
Okay, I'm going from purely listening
That's
to
not
it.
saying anything against it.
I'm going from purely listening to it on like Sirius XM. Okay, you're driving home from work. Sirius XM. This is what I had. This
Jose Megan, play my music. God damn it. What do I got to do?
Woo! Play them, man. Honestly.
Can we start some kind of hashtag?
Hashtag.
God damn it, Jose. We'll call it God damn it, Jose.
FBTGXFM.
Yeah, that will catch on, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. Fuck yeah. This is like totally just a bunch of random letters together. Not going to work. But I'm just saying, like, purely musical, like, that was mine. I've heard of people talking about Knock Loose. I hear them on the way home from work on Sirius XM. Knock Loose pops up. I hear the song, and I'm like really intrigued at first. I'm like, okay, this sounds really fucking mean. And then the vocals kick in, and I'm like, fuck, I hate it. That's just me. Personally, I just didn't like it. But I'm like, I really want to like the music. I really want to like it, but the vocals kill it for me. So that's when I wonder, okay.
I liken that to Ghost. I can't for the life of me. That was a good save. I can't for the life of me understand the appeal of Ghost.
I don't like Ghost either.
But I have to acknowledge and respect it because of so many people whom I respect really dig it. Like, that's not meaningless.
Well, no, I really don't care what.
But I don't know how to
like.
reconcile it. Like, I don't know.
I really don't give a shit what you like. I really don't care. I like Alanis Morissette.
I just mean I wouldn't write it off.
Do you like Alanis Morissette or you hate her?
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. Dude.
Only one album, though. Just the one.
Just the one from the Jagged Little Pill?
Yeah, not even all of the songs on it.
No, but I can put Jagged Little Pill on Spotify.
It was almost rock and roll for a second.
Well, see, you got to understand, I'm a janitor, so I can put one earbud in all day. And besides when I go out on the factory floor, and then I can just listen to whatever. So I can put like on Jagged Little Pill and I can listen to the album. I don't really have to skip anything. There's like maybe a couple songs I can't think of them, but I know there's like.
Where's this coming from? Why are you asking me about Alanis Morissette?
I don't fucking know. That's just where it fucking went. Why are you asking me now? I just
had this epiphany.
I don't know. That's just where it went. I can't tell you.
I'm with it.
Can you tell me?
I'm with it.
Can you tell me where
I'm
it went?
still with it.
All right, you still with it?
I'm still with it.
So, yeah, you're a Alanis Morissette fan.
That's wrong. Although, if you do count, what is it, Dogma?
Dogma, okay. What about it?
It's all,
if you count that, then...
If you count that, I don't know. Some sort of reconciliation maybe can happen.
Me and my wife are going to go see her
Fan
in
is
July.
a strong word.
I think it was July.
Would I pay for a ticket? How much are the tickets? And I'll tell you if I'd buy it. I'm buying 2. My wife would go with me.
Okay. If I had my phone, but I used my phone, I would look it up. But I'm not going to be able to give you a credible answer right now, honestly. But I think they were like $80.
I'd have to think.
But that's Hill. That's Hill.
What venue?
DTE.
Okay, that's my shit. I've been to a million shows there.
I listen to a lot of podcasts. Do you listen to podcasts?
I've never listened to a podcast.
You've never listened to a podcast, and you're on a podcast.
Ever? Yeah.
The fuck?
I know. I'm trying it out.
Really?
Yeah.
But you don't wear earbuds at work. You got too much shit going on.
This may start soon.
So as a chef, we switch a lot in this shit. So as a chef, like, what's your day like as a head chef?
What the fuck kind of question is that?
That's out of nowhere, out of left field. I just hit it. It's gone. Left field. You got to catch it.
We prep a lot of meat, and then we
prep a lot of meat.
And then we fucking.
So when do you start your days typically?
Between 9 and noon.
between 9 and noon when you arrive to Mountain House. God, that's all I want to say every time. Mountain Tavern?
Summit Smokehouse.
Summit Smokehouse.
Summit Smokehouse.
Dude, why do I want to say Mountain House every time?
Because Mountain Town is what the parent company is.
God, so I'm like
Mountain, Viacom.
I got Mountain, and then I got Hot, and then I got fuck, dude. I fuck it up every time. Sick. It's probably because I've been backpacking a lot lately, and I've been eating a lot of those.
I almost brought a growler with me, but I decided to save it for
dude,
me.
I was honestly going to ask you to bring me some of that pizza, and I'm glad I didn't ask you because you would have been like, bro, I can't get the pizza.
I would have been like, no, I can't do it.
I would have been like,
you're right, it would be sick, but I just can't do it.
You're right, it would be sick, but I just can't do it. See, that right there, folks, is what you would have heard from Tim on the internet, but now you got to see him say it.
What difference does that make?
A lot.
How?
So
the information is still conveyed.
Like I just said, this goes everywhere. We just went to asking you about your work, and now we're going to go to this. So I think online sometimes you can't really get the point across that you're saying without some sort of like communication, like with your body language and the way you're saying it.
Are you talking about work?
No, I'm talking about just anything now. I'm going real broad with this.
Real deep.
Real deep.
So deep.
So deep. I think that when you say something online, sometimes it's hard to get your like true intention without having facial body language.
Yeah, it's
everything.
a whole different art form.
Isn't it? Isn't it hard to say something?
It's a character. It's not even you.
That's the thing. That's a weird thing. Like people get off on Instagram. Like Instagram's way better. I'm like, that's just a place to really parade your whole life.
Yeah, but it's a lie. It's not your whole life. It's the
life
you choose to.
Your parade.
It's a version of you choose to convey, but it's not real. It's a lie.
It's a big lie.
Which is fine if you know that going into it and your expectations are managed and you know how to use the platform. You know, I feel like that's what all of what being a band is. That's the whole job. You know, you're trying to manipulate platforms to your benefit.
Right, and I think that sometimes that's why people get like pissed off too when they're using it. They're like, "Fuck Facebook."
Yeah, because they don't understand how.
Yeah.
But the thing is they're not wrong. Even though they don't necessarily understand why. They know it's rigged and they know it's bullshit. And then when you figure out how to do it, you realize you know nothing for one thing, and for two, it's like it's not really worth it. But there's no better option, so you just have to fucking roll with the punch and do it.
Yeah, so what do you think is the best like social media platform to use as a local band or
it's
as
Facebook,
a band?
Hands down.
Facebook.
It has to be because because it's the largest.
Doesn't it?
It's the largest platform.
Doesn't it?
It's not that there aren't better ones, and Twitter effectively used is big as well.
So you guys are big on Twitter?
No, we're absolutely not.
No, we are absolutely not.
We just need to hire.
Don't look for us on Twitter.
No, look.
A tweet. Look for a post.
We need a keyboard player that is really great at Twitter.
Yes,
keyboard requirement.
My brother plays keyboards.
15,000 subscribers on YouTube or Twitter or fucking something. I don't care.
What do you guys got?
I don't know. On Twitter?
You guys, on Twitter because you guys barely use it. How many guys got on Twitter?
I really don't know. It's probably like 300 or something. It might not be that.
Twitter.
It may not even be that.
Why do so many people use Twitter? I don't get it. It's like 180 characters or whatever it is to type your message. 250, whatever. Like
it's such a strange place.
It is. You know they allowed like porn on there and stuff.
Sure. Yeah. No, I am aware of that.
They do.
I'm aware of that.
Like
why?
Why on Twitter? Why can you just post it on there and it's fine? Like who fucking owns Twitter? Do you know that? I don't know that. Everybody knows who owns Facebook.
I forget his name, but I saw a picture of the CEO of Twitter on Facebook today.
Today of all things.
He did not look how I expected him to look.
How old? Old?
He did not look how I expected him to look.
Oh, shit. I'm going to have to Google this.
I just don't even know what to say.
I'm going to post his picture in this spot.
Bloodbag!
Bloodbag. Ooh.
Okay, so seriously, dude, doing Bloodbag shots. It's not my first rodeo. It really makes me miss touring.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Fucking local bands, everything. They gotta be in such a tough spot. Just you're gonna be hated and loved either way if you play a show right now, even if it's outdoors. Even
It's best
if
to
you
just not.
even if you
Perception really matters at the time.
It really
It
does.
doesn't even matter what you think.
It really does.
The perception can't be denied, and if that's what it looks
Perception.
like, and if people don't like you, you might lose fans over that. It's not responsible as a business manager,
If you just
and that's not even bringing your politics into it. So if
No.
you can draw the line there, there's no sense in even going to the other place.
if you just set it out and you don't play any shows, then you avoid ridicule from both sides. But if you decide to play a show,
No one's gonna get mad at you for not playing a show.
no.
It's just you that wants to do
And
that.
you don't even have to say it's because of COVID. You could say, we're taking all of this time to work on ourselves.
Yeah,
work
that's
on
exactly
music,
right. We're taking this
whatever.
time, and it has nothing to do with COVID. It's because of COVID, though. It's obviously because of COVID.
Obviously, yes.
It's not the elephant
Everybody
in the
would
room.
want
It is the room.
I would be booking shows right now. I mean, I was
I know.
starting to do that.
I know, we were on one of them.
Yes.
We were going to play it.
You guys are going to come to Holland, and you're going to rock these fucking Dutches out of here. Oh, yeah.
If I made one Dutch move out, I would call my life a success.
Dude, what you should have done is what I was planning on is trying to get you some wooden shoes to wear on stage for the show.
I would do that.
Dude, yeah.
I would
fuck yeah,
absolutely
dude.
do that. You'd have to get some size 12 wooden shoes.
Dude,
though.
I was going to try to talk you guys
It's a
into
big
coming
wooden
early.
shoe.
We'd go out to eat at like the wooden shoe restaurant and shit. Like,
Hell
I was,
yeah.
I was trying,
It's
if
not
I'm
past
going to book
tense.
a show,
It's not past tense. We're going to be able to do shows again.
yeah, no, yes.
We have to
in
believe.
In the future,
We have to believe.
in the future for real. Like Brandon Blank, who is like running Park Theater, he's doing a real good job. He's starting up again. He's got another show coming out soon at the end of October, right around Halloween. He's doing kind of a Halloween
is?
show. Brandon Blank.
I don't know who that is.
That is who runs Park Theater. That's who I work with to book my shows there.
Okay. Because we never played Holland. So.
Yeah, right. And that's where you guys were going to play. And so he's coming back now. He's putting some together, but, it's going to be tables, all the COVID-19 crap that you have to deal with, where you can wear your or you don't have to wear your mask at the table. You have to wear your mask when you get up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's a strange thing.
It is a very strange thing. It's got to be strange for you guys, too.
It is, but the rules aren't strange. They're straightforward, and so we know that we don't.
Mike.
Yeah, we're playing with a motherfucking microphone.
Yeah, so Mike.
No, the rules are strange, but there's no sense in not following them because they're easy to follow. And when the stakes are as high as they are, i.e., the restaurant may close at any time based
Right.
on anything, on so many things that change weekly,
Right.
just follow the fucking rules. They're not that hard.
Yeah, they're not that hard. They're not that hard to follow.
You wear the mask,
Yes.
Just wear the fucking mask.
I wear the mask at work all day. I mean, there was a point in time, I will say at my work, where, again, I'm a janitor, so I was cleaning the break room. There was nobody there was nobody in the break room.
You should want to wear it.
Okay, so
You're the most likely to come in contact with contaminants.
right. So okay, so this is just my little part to everybody here was that I wasn't wearing the mask. I had it down below. And I was the only one in the break room, and I was under the impression that you had to wear the mask around people, 6 feet apart, wear your mask to prevent the spread.
Sure, that's reasonable.
Okay, so I wasn't wearing it. I sanitize everything.
I do that regularly too.
I sanitize, right. Yeah, anybody does. If you're not around people.
Yeah, no
then
one's around.
Nobody's around, you pull your mask down. So I was told that I had to wear my mask the whole time that I was in the break room. So I was like, I told, my manager, not manager, my supervisor kind of told me, he's like, hey, this is what I was told, I'm like, you know what? There's nobody in the break room. There's nobody in here.
Did someone walk in?
Somebody walked in, but I had my mask. Like I said, I had it pulled down, so I would just pull it up if somebody came in, respect. That's the whole thing about me is just, you can believe in what you want. You can believe in the Constitution and all rights of you don't have to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, constitutional right means you don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, but all that means
I respect that. But then it comes into, what do you respect in other humans?
Yeah, it doesn't free you from the response of others with the same rights.
Right.
It's not a complicated concept. It's not a complicated concept.
That mic has a really short radius. That's why I said just move. You can move it with you.
Yeah,
I
but
can unscrew
sometimes
it.
I want the dramatic effect of being like,
bro, bro.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? No, it's just what I've been noticing through the. This is an up and coming podcast here. I mean, this is. I'm figuring shit out as we go. So
Skeet.
skeet. Skeet, motherfucker.
You ever see it? Did I show you the Lil Jon guitar?
I know.
It's so cool.
Dude.
That's the coolest thing I have.
Lil Jon guitar.
Intermission.
When we bought this house, it was like, they wanted $120,000 for it. Okay. Are you living
personal finances? I like it.
Are you living in a house right now, or are you renting?
Personal question.
Yeah. Are you renting, or are you renting to own, or buying?
Renting. But we're about to buy. We've been looking.
Are you really?
Yeah, we've been looking.
Are you about to buy for real?
Well, not about to buy. Like,
You're
about to buy.
Actively looking.
Yes.
How is that?
We did, and then we stopped. We didn't
How's
like
that
our realtor.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're going to get into realty. Okay, I was like, let's fucking get it, brother.
Yeah.
I decided I don't like that. I wanted to, and I just don't. How about that?
You don't like it?
I don't. No,
You
have it. Take it back.
You got Corona?
Do you have Coronas? I swear I take this seriously.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, reflect on earlier.
We did the questionnaire.
Yes. We did the questionnaire. I take it seriously, but for real, let's joke about it a little bit. We can. It's not, I mean, everything can be SNL. Come on. I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm supposed to be here promoting a fucking song. This is what we talk. This is what we talk about.
This is what we talk about. No. How the fuck do you not like that? What's wrong with it?
I've learned about myself, and I'm a bit ashamed. That I'm not a big fan of barrel-aged anything. I think barrel-aged beers are awful.
Why am I still in the gown and you're not? Come in me, bro. Dude, I love it. That's good.
I'm going for it.
Are you really?
No.
How do you feel about hashtag shout out Taylor Sharp?
How do I feel? You did hashtag?
I did hashtag shout out
How I feel
Sharp.
about Taylor?
No, I got good feelings about that dude.
Yeah, he's great. I love him.
Right. So when did you first hear about him?
As soon as he was in
He's gonna
Pestilent Age.
fucking love this.
Because I follow Lee Roach from Execrate. Do you remember Execrate?
No, I don't.
You missed out. Execrate was really good.
I did miss out.
And as soon as Lee started a new band, I was interested right away because I assumed Lee would be singing because he sang in Execrate and he was great.
Right.
And Taylor was the singer, and I was like, fuck, why isn't Lee singing? So I was like skeptical at first, and then I heard him, and
Okay.
obviously I was like, fucking cool. I mean, he's just this like chill ass fucking cool dude.
Right.
You know? I love him. He's a good kid.
First time I seen.
Is he a kid? How old are you, Taylor?
Oh, that was. I heard kid. I was gonna blow past it, but you fucking brought it up. Whoa. I don't know.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna.
24. That's my guess.
I wish I could remember what I was going to
26?
say before
28.
this, but here we are. And no, I was going to say that I made a post a while ago too that Taylor was one of those dudes I seen on stage first time, and I was like, this guy's a fucking tree. He just fucking stood there.
Yeah, he was timid at first. I remember that, but he had the voice. He had the voice right away.
Timid. He had the voice, but it was so weird watching a guy have this voice that was that good and just stood there. Like he just stood there, like he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's right.
And like there's part of you that was like, what's going on? Like, do you not realize?
He just had stage fright. I honestly believe
that's what it is. But I honestly don't think he really thought he was that good. And then
word.
But that's what it is a lot of times.
Yeah, and you need confidence as
You
a
need
frontman.
confidence.
It's important.
As a frontman, even as a band. I remember when Hikori brought us on stage, me and Jordan Delgado, who did the third podcast with me. And
he did a podcast with you?
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I
go
like
back
him.
and listen to
he
it.
Had,
'Cause
what was
it's
his
fucking
band?
hilarious.
What was it? Legend Scroll?
Legend Scroll.
That was his band?
Oh, well, he was playing bass with them. I think he was playing bass with them.
I thought he was the drummer.
No.
What the fuck is going on in my head?
Steven Schnettler is and or was the drummer for Legend Scroll. I think they're still going, but they're just not that active.
Right on. I knew that Jordan was in that band. He's
Jordan
hilarious.
Delgado?
Yeah, he's a funny funny guy. He went viral recently. What was that about? You must have asked him about
the
it.
mask one is the mask one where he was wearing all black and he went into the mire and they were asked, why aren't you wearing a mask? And he had his whole face painted like a mask and then he smiled. And then it wasn't a mask. I mean, as much as you want to be like, dude, you're a dick. I mean, like, how fucking funny is that? Dude, like, he actually did it because he recorded a video when he got home. I don't know. Yeah, no, me and him were the ones that were in a band actually that played that show that you did at the same time. I mean, we did at some point.
Was that up
Uli's?
north?
It was at Uli's. It was at Uli's.
With whose band?
Me and him. We were a two-piece called
Taylor?
Stereotype. No, not Taylor.
Who?
Fucking Taylor. Yeah, we got to get back to him too. No, me and Jordan.
Oh, yeah. You were in a band with Jordan?
Jordan Delgado.
I didn't know that you were in a band together.
Yes.
That's righteous.
He played guitar. I played
about
drums. We were a two-piece, and we played
Two pieces were popular for a second.
For a second. It sucked because we couldn't get anybody to play with us. I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Maybe it's your personalities.
Probably.
You think it could be your personalities?
I could have been at the time. I mean, me and Jordan are two totally different people from now until like 6 years.
You're not
ago.
that different, actually. No, I don't.
No,
I don't
well,
buy that.
I don't think you actually know I was at that show that I'm talking about that I seen you guys play. So you probably don't know.
Which one?
The one at fucking Uli's.
Uli's.
Holy shit! People are gonna be like, "Damn, how drunk are these motherfuckers?"
I fucking still don't remember this show. I shit my pants at Uli's one time on stage.
I remember the show. I remember the show. You had long hair. Okay.
Yeah, all the Uli's shows I had long hair. I miss it. It just
So
falls
what happened
off.
to that venue? I mean, that happened before COVID, obviously. But what happened? Like I've seen a few posts from him every now and then, but I don't know what happened to it.
I heard some rumors, but I don't know what validity they have, and I don't know if it's the correct
Appropriate
place.
to say,
right.
but yeah, but that's one of those venues where I mean,
I know it was financial. I can say that much.
Oh, I mean, the venue didn't seem like it was operating like at the top notches when we played.
See, when we played, it did seem like that. We played the best shows of our career there. Some of them.
I mean,
with Sin
it had
Theorem and
lights.
Hollow Drive. I don't know if you remember those bands.
Well, the sound guy we had, I mean, didn't seem from our past couple experience. Again, at this time when you guys were playing longer than we were. Every band I've had has lasted like maybe the tops like 3 years. Okay? That's why I asked you earlier, I'm like, about how long you've been playing, and you've long been playing the same band. You had like basically it was you and David left over.
Yeah, it really did come down to that.
From the time that I seen you guys until you guys now.
Yeah.
That's totally different. A lot of people could be like, if this was Lamb of God, and they had...
Well, that's why we got away with it, because...
Exactly.
Because we're not Lamb of God.
Right, but if you liken it to the same people that you're trying to be, so Lamb of God leaves, and then Randy Blythe is gone, Chris Adler's gone, who the fuck's the bassist, whatever, they're gone, and then they get all new people, and they're like, we're Lamb of God, and they're like, you're not Lamb of God.
Right.
Who the fuck are you guys? Their new drummer so far, I mean, I don't think they miss a beat.
They really didn't.
And that's kind of how I feel with
because there's a vision.
You guys.
There was a vision from day one, and the circumstances with the exits, kind of happened all at the same time.
Vary.
You know, well, they didn't. They did, but they didn't. It was like very personal reasons. So that's.
I thought Dale was good on vocals too.
I have
Dale
nothing but respect for anything any of them created.
It was all good.
Yeah, but you know,
I think you've been lucky in that aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel extremely fortunate that people have wanted to work with Dave.
Getting a drummer again that's in your same area. I mean, like, how fucking lucky. Like,
yeah, he came out of nowhere. Johnny really did.
Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
I mean, what the fuck?
I always knew him as a guitar player, and that's as simple as that. You know, we were aware of each other. We were definitely friendly, but not friends necessarily. And
when I knew him, I didn't know him. I knew him as a drummer, and then I see him play guitar. I'm like, dude, this dude can play.
Yeah, he's a fantastic guitar player.
Fucking shreds.
Johnny is just extremely.
Does he ever give you guys advice? Like, does he ever say?
No, never,
hey, never.
And
never. Has he ever brought anything up after the fact?
Never.
Not one.
No, and it's funny because
as a drummer, I do that
because
you should go like. This here.
Here's the thing, because he knows that it's welcome. We've made it clear, and he just never does it.
Really?
I don't know. Like, I hope it's trust, but I really don't know.
Well, trust could be a big thing, but I mean, there's always like one thing, even as the drummer, that would make it easier for you. I know I've done this, but like, man, if he could just do this double here instead of a triplet here, I could match him perfectly and be a lot easier for me. And who's going to fucking notice?
Yeah, those kinds of moments absolutely happen on the fly or whatever. But as far as like, suggesting things to the guitar player, either Dave or myself, as a guitar player, which we do respect him as, he's a fantastic guitar player.
How do you?
He just doesn't do it.
How do you feel about drummers or other people? Well, I guess it only have to be drummers or real vocalists. Like mouthing to you parts. Like, no, you should go like like how do you deal with that? Do you just tell them shut the fuck up and
no,
play
it's just
the way
like,
it is? Or do you like really sit there and try to figure that out?
Then you just start playing while they're talking.
That's been my only way of communicating because I can't play guitar. I can play power chords. I can play Green Day all day.
Yeah, I know. And then someone in the room is gonna be fucking you like, hey man, do your fucking job and shut up.
Yeah, really? You've had that?
No.
Yeah, no. We're talking Dream Theater shit here. Do your fucking job.
Do your fucking job. No, it's not like that at
all. The local band's just like, I gotta fucking deal with this guy for
those conversations are the best. We come up with, all right, so like there's anything
Bloodbag.
Anything you come up with that's just going to be from you, directly from you.
Right.
If everybody does exactly what you want, as you want, it does have the potential to be great. However, it's going to be
great for you.
Some regurgitated version of something you have stored inside you. Okay? When you collaborate an idea with another person who has an opinion that might make you compromise what you have going on.
Right.
It might be original that way.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, everything's going to be original, but it might be like even more original.
In the compromise is where the magic is. You know what I mean? So those arguments, those like hate you moments, like the best stuff you ever write comes out of those moments.
And that's where you really find out who's going to fucking mesh well with you.
No, each other. It's got to.
I don't know, dude. Where do you find that out?
We're talking about a balanced universe.
Yeah, I know, balanced universe. But when do you find out when that's really balanced? You've got to have been through like various members, obviously, throughout your whole jamming career. Where
you got to release music and not be embarrassed by it.
Well, right, but you're talking about cohesiveness and like just the ultimate balance. But like there's got to be people who are just like fuck you, like throughout your whole fucking career. I've jammed with plenty of people, and I'm just like looking at the other dude, and I'm just like, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no, that happens.
How does that feel?
Well. You try to handle those moments before the public ever gets to them.
Well, yeah.
So most of them have happened under the radar.
But even as a local band where you're like still in the basement, I always kind of felt bad about it. Did you ever feel bad about it? You were just like, tell this dude he sucks. Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell this dude.
I've never not felt bad about it.
Never not felt bad. Not. Just like, dude, you suck.
I tried him, and I can even think of a couple of times where we completely cowered and handled it wrong.
Yeah.
Like mega assholes, because we just didn't want to face it,
Yeah.
And that's from Blue to Gray, we're talking 12 years ago or whatever, so.
Well, yeah.
We were just kids back then, but still, yeah, we didn't feel good about it.
I guess my whole
But they start to pile up for sure.
Well, I guess my whole career of if you could say that, of playing in a band.
Not if 2020 has anything to say.
2020. No, of any sort of playing in a band would be like
Bloodbag.
Bloodbag. Like trying to tell somebody like that. I don't know. I just like just telling somebody they straight up suck, or you just not the fit. How do you go about? Do you email? Do you tell?
No,
them?
you do it in person, and you don't tell them they suck, even if that's why.
Even if that's why, right?
There's no reason to add insult to injury.
Well, no, you just be like, you suck.
Well, and also, what if they just need to practice, and one day they'll be good, but it doesn't fit your timeline? Because I've
seen, just say your style.
I've seen it. We've had a guy in the band. I'm not going to say his name, but
well, no.
We basically let him go because it wasn't working out. Like, we didn't feel like he was good enough, but I did see the potential for him to get there. And then he had other bands, and he actually sounded pretty good. And we did a couple of shows together, even. And he's definitely somebody I respect in the scene.
Well, that's why I ask these questions too, is because like there's been plenty of times where I've been in a band and I'm like, man, he's good, but I just don't know if he's like a fit. And how do you tell them that without them taking it like they're not good?
If it's not the right fit and you tell them that they're not the right fit, I don't see what cause they have to be upset. And if they do, that's on them, not you. The important thing for me is just you don't be rude in those situations. There's no reason to be.
So how has it been then since the resurgence of From Blue to Gray, since you've had like the full lineup and everything clicking again? You have the new single, working on a new album coming out. How has everything been since then, since the beginning of From Blue to Gray? When did you guys like begin? When did you go? Okay, so when did you guys begin? Then when did you sign? And now begin again. Like, how has that experience been?
It's been night and day better. Night and day better because
just because of notoriety, or
no, because the goal was always to try to like do it for real and be on tour and like have that life. And
I get that.
Jobs and mortgages and kids and responsibilities just got in the way of that for years and years and years, and then we started finally actually getting these opportunities. And under the original lineup, we'd gotten a record deal, and we were pretty much poised to try to really do it,
Right.
And we couldn't do a tour that was offered to us, and that caused a rift. And then it kind of just got to the point where...
So, tour wasn't offered to you.
And then it was.
And then it was.
And then it was.
So, previous reason, was it financial or just why?
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say that, for sure. And it was just like taking that plunge into that life.
No, that's totally... That's totally one of those things. And we all left.
It parted on good terms. It was literally just a case of everybody being like, this is what it's going to take to do this. The band has grown to this point, and they shouldn't stand in the way of the growth of the band that's happening organically and naturally.
Right.
Because they can't do it. So they stepped out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
It's like to make room, for the growth.
Yeah.
And I feel a responsibility to that, because if they did that, then I got to live up to why they did it, So coming back as a touring band and really being serious about it and making an impression with it was something and is something that we take super seriously. Yeah. And that's why it's worked out, because everybody goes into it with that knowing, and we're all on the same team. We're trying to achieve something.
Trying to achieve something great. And I feel like, you guys are doing that. And I feel like even getting on a tour, I've never been on a tour. I've been on a 3-day tour. We called it the 3-day mini tour.
Yeah, the mini tours. They're fun.
Mini tour, yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah,
Those
you
are
go
the funnest ones.
You go one place that you've been, because obviously you're booking with a band.
Right, but you won't be financially ruined from doing it.
No, yeah, you get some sort of a little, sort of guarantee. I guess that's a whole nother conversation is guarantees. Guarantees can go, wow, that can be a whole conversation. But you get some sort of like know-how on how the joint is, but they're like, a bunch of different places you haven't been. So you may have been to
and they all do it different.
And for me, the nerve-wracking part for me playing a show was never playing the show. It was always, what's the venue? How does it go? Where's load-in? When can I set up my drums? Because I'm a drummer, so for me, I got a lot of shit to set up, and I'm really particular about shit. I don't know if you can tell when you walked into this.
I'm the same way, even though I'm not the drummer, because I know how much time things take.
Yes.
I that's definitely a part of my initial information gathering. What time load-in is. Mm-hmm. What time are doors? What time is load-in? What time does the first band start?
Well, for you, what time can I start plugging my shit in, getting my shit right, getting my shit tuned?
Yeah, my next question is backline.
Maybe you already tuned before you left, but when you get there, for me, if I was a guitarist, I want to retune. Just make sure.
No, dog, I got the Evertune.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not a guitarist.
I don't even have to tune.
So I may have sounded stupid. But
I did like 3 tours and it never went out of tune.
Never went out of tune.
It's crazy.
Really? Do you have a Floyd Rose or no?
I do on one of them, yes.
On one of them, it never goes out of tune.
That one,
people say
that one does, but it actually stays pretty good because I have the German one. It matters.
German. Okay, so what's
the Floyd Rose original? It's the metal that they use. It's not as soft.
Okay,
so the blades don't get dull.
So between German and what?
Meaning?
And the like, Floyd Rose.
It's like zinc. It's like some zinc composite or something.
All right, so it stays tuned better because I've always heard that Floyd Roses go out of tune and all that shit.
Yeah, that's why you get the German one.
Okay, all right.
It's like $250.
Yeah, but for me, I don't have to worry about shit being tuned. I just want to make sure all my shit's set up and in the right place. That's always been the nerve-wracking thing about me.
I have the Evertune. Obviously, that's my main guitar, so I'm always in tune. But I also check it during every opportunity I have, before, during, and after, or not after, the set. And I have a tuner on my pedal board and on my rack because I can mute it at the pedal board and walk back, so I'm not standing in front of the audience looking like a dickhead.
Right. Yeah, no, that's.
But if I need to do it quick on the fly, I can be like pop, 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 fucking go back right in.
Right.
So
and that comes out of your
two opportunities that
years of experience and shit.
Yeah, it's being somewhere and needing it, not having it there, and that's where that comes from.
That's what I think a lot of the problem is with like people nowadays is they like they think they want everything now, they want everything.
Yeah, they don't want to earn it.
They don't want to earn it. They're paying your way on, and people like to talk shit about it, and they fucking selling tickets and all this shit. This point was proven. This point was proven earlier. Like sometimes selling tickets is a time to prove yourself.
Yeah.
Prove your worth. Can you sell?
But bands will do it. They'll do that, and they'll succeed at it. But then they'll not know how to use that leverage and say to the promoter, "Okay, hey, I easily sold 25 tickets to that last show, and if you're getting X amount for these tickets, that leaves X amount left over from what I've turned into you. What percentage of that do you think is fair to us?" And you could Google a basic management formula to say, you get 15% and I get what's left of that, and that's completely reasonable when you're talking about 25 or 30 people,
right?
Which isn't that many if we're being serious,
right?
But that's the formula right there, where you can say, I've done that. Now I can justify saying this is what we're worth,
right?
Mentioning guarantees,
right? Yeah, guarantees is a whole nother story.
People like to say, I'm not doing pay to play anymore. What can you guarantee? And it just doesn't work like that, brother. I don't know you. I don't know you can do that. There is that prove yourself stage. You know what I mean? But you got to do it and then say, okay,
right.
Did we pass the audition? And if they want the same deal again, then you pass on it. But you can't be like a snob and say, I'm not going to do that stuff. Your career will die.
Right.
Everything we do is opening. We don't want a headline on the road.
Right.
I'd love to get there one day, but
right.
But what good does it do to say, my name is this high on the flyer and I had this fucking awesome artist design it and it's this whole thing where this headlining band, and like, yeah, that looks fucking cool, but if 10 people came every night, then what was the point?
Right.
It's better to swallow your fucking pride, try to get direct support onto something else that exposes you to an audience, and that's why pay to play That's the other side of the coin. Are you against advertising?
Right.
Me first.
That blood bag's got to me. Holy shit! I feel like I'm gonna puke.
It's not even done. I gotta drive home too.
Dude, this is gonna be a great podcast, and this fucking podcast is done because I gotta work tomorrow. Cause it's my house.